Hello, SpeedGaming, and welcome to the A Link to the Past Randomizer Invitational League Season 6. Today we have This Is Not Yoho versus Kaede Ruaka. I am joined by Blue Link.
Well, hello everyone. I am excited to be here for another spoiler pilot Key Sanity race.
And on tracking is Ike here. We're in for a pretty fun race this week. This is week 4, so it's spoiler pilot keys, which means well, I think it means our team members, our runners are being led by their team members who have the spoiler log. And it's also Key Sanity. We're just going to get started here real soon. Have some nice Chrono Trigger music on, I think it's Yoho side. I love Chrono Trigger music.
Oh, me too. It's spectacular. So our pilots for today, we have Vortex of Doom on This Is Not Yoho's side and Matcap on Kaede Rukawa's side.
Yep, I think the teams are called Go Bolas and Azules, I believe. Yep. Oh, it's Team Go versus Team Bolas Azules, I see.
Well, we should be getting underway any second now. And here we go. We are getting different starts here. Sanctuary has a heart container and a piece of heart in Link's house. So, our runners are being told where the important stuff is, so let's see where they end up going, because this is probably going to be a little bit non-standard.
Yeah, it's interesting that there's this early divergence going on. Okay, so yeah, Yoho's doing Houlihan, it looks like.
So that tells us we might be looking at Bottle Vendor and or Zora in the near future.
And Kaede going straight to Kakariko through the bottom route.
Yes, with one bomb from the 50-50 bushes, we are going to Chicken Hut. Okay, so some more money. This is suspicious.
This sounds like Zora.
Okay, Kaede Rukawa buying some more bombs. Maybe we need them in CAC, maybe not. Perhaps Mini Moldorm Cave or something.
Maybe. One of our chat says that early Houlihan is to buy the pilot some time to read the spoiler log and check out where everything is. So that makes sense.
Yeah, that's a good idea for a set play that you've decided on ahead of time. So there's a bottle in the well drop down. The Lost Woods drop down.
Yep. That probably means there's something on Sick Kid.
And
Getting a bunch
on
of keys.
yes, TRGT Ice Palace key. We have Ether that is potentially required.
I don't imagine they'd have opened the chest if it wasn't, but maybe they would have.
So the tracking software has not quite updated yet, but I can tell you that both TR and Meyer require Ether for entry today.
Oh, well. There are boots in Blind's closet.
Notably, This Is Not Yoho did not go to the back of the well, and I believe there was a TR small in there, or no?
Yep, I think that's right. But TR's a green pendant, so
That could tell us some information about how useful the things in TR may or may not be today.
alright, Kaede going into Hyrule Castle.
Skipping Uncle entirely, notably.
Lamp on Sick Kid. No dark rooms for Yoho today.
And Yoho also going to buy some bombs. Very useful to have.
That may also mean Fire Rod is in an awkward place.
Notably, we need bombs because we don't have another weapon right now, and Kaede is venturing deeper into the escape.
Bomb's escape is not the most fun, but gets rewarded with the flute, and Death warps out of there.
So I wonder if Yoho picked up that lamp because he needs to go to Dark Cross. That is where he's heading. Interesting.
So where both our runners seem to be heading. I guess Kaede's confident that they can go ahead and grab it without a light source.
Well, with no light and no audio from Kaede's side, we are just going to assume that things are going well. Looks like it, as far as I can tell.
Oh, bow.
And Yoho taking a death warp out of here, and we'll see where to next. Well, of course, he's going to go get the flute. Let's see what Kaede does.
Kaede making little boot dusties in the dark.
Oh, that looked like an unscheduled death warp. That is unfortunate.
Oof. Yeah, I don't think that was intentional.
Well, all things considered, it's not the longest trek to get back there once you have the lamp.
True enough. Our pendants today are Eastern Palace, Tower of Hera, and Turtle Rock. So no ice run hunt today, but it was never gonna be an ice run hunt, really. The spoilers.
So Yoho gonna activate that flute as well. Let's see where Kaede goes.
Yoho is also gonna activate that flute, but Kaede going straight to Eastern.
Potentially just Saha, or, well, it could be Eastern as well.
It does look like Saha first, though. If Eastern at all. Ooh, Powder's a nice safety. Sword. Also very nice.
Thanks, Saha. That's actually very helpful.
Oh, extremely. And it looks like Yoho's off to maybe Mini Moldorm Cave? Yep.
Alright, so Kite's heading into Pendant Eastern right now. We don't have the big key, so that bow isn't actually going to matter.
Ooh, Mini Moldorm Cave is packed today.
This is the real hype cave. We got the
Goodness.
front door key to Swamp, a big key to Hera, Moon Pearl, and Mirror.
Alright, well there's almost your Dark World Access Express package. This seed would be nice without spoilers.
It looked like Yoho may have been trying to set up a water walk, but he's almost dead also. Eastern
And
turning up a hammer.
yep. Very interesting. Alright, Kaide's gonna try again on Dark Cross while Yoho picks up Glove.
Yeah, so our two runners combined now have Dark World access. And the Waterfall Fairy offering free blue potions today.
Ooh, super nice. And Yoho's off to pick up his hammer.
Looks like he's going to do Eastern and then Saha, perhaps?
Probably. And Coyote picks up the bow this time, no problems. Kaide's going off to get their Mini Moldorm Cave goodies.
So they're going to be retracing each other's steps for a little bit here.
Just a little bit.
Interesting. Yoho is continuing on in Eastern. Oh no, he just wanted some arrows, and he's taking a quick Death Warp out.
Oh, okay. Yep, looks like our red crystals are Desert Palace and Swamp Palace. So flippers will eventually be required.
Alright, our runners are slowly reconverging. Let's see where Yoho is headed now. Okay, so up the mountain we have Hammer, we have Glove, Mirror, and the Hera Big, so we can fully clear Hera if we wanted to. It is a pendant, but there might be something useful in there.
Interesting potion. I don't know if that was an accident or not.
So we're getting a Hype Cave Dark World start from Kaede Rukawa over here.
Ooh. There's the big for thieves. And the big for desert. And Kaede's out of there. Not a very high pipe cave, but decent with 2 big keys.
Yeah, 2 out of 5 required items. That's worth a visit, obviously.
Chat defending Hype Cave's honor by saying 2 big keys is hype enough. I'll relent, I'll relent.
Alright, so Hera just had a pod small in it. Yoho picked that up and is out. We have a Master Sword here, K45.
And we're gonna get a Paradox Cave check. And Stumpy having hookshot.
Interesting. The 2 checks in Paradox Cave were not worth it. It was just the 2 hearts that Yoho came for. I don't think he wanted that.
Got the big of Eastern. Not too much crazy in there. I wonder if he was just buying time.
Yeah, that's another thing to consider that we don't have any knowledge of here in the booth. Because parsing this spoiler and assembling it into, a route to, minimize your completion time is actually really hard.
Especially on the fly. We do have a Fire Rod on Pyramid Ledge for Kaede.
So it's entirely possible that Kaede never picks up that lamp, and it looks like that will be the case. Or not, because he doesn't have a bottle. That wouldn't have made a difference right now.
But we are gonna go see our favorite magic bat. Maybe?
Oh no! No magic!
Maybe we aren't gonna see magic bat.
I mean, it's right there in the name. You can't just show up with no magic and expect to see him.
I suppose so.
That's a bit of an unfortunate time loss. It's something that rarely ever comes up and not something you think about usually.
I certainly wasn't thinking about it. Yo, bigging up his hook shot. And digging up the flippers. Ooh, that was a nice route. Okay, we'll have to go back for the flippers.
Yeah, Yoho being able to pick up that Masters, or not?
He doesn't want it.
Maybe he'll come back?
Shovel was in a Paradox Cave.
Okay, he's going back.
Oh, yep. It's like, wait, Master Sword. And actually picking up the bottle from Lost Wood Dropdown. Probably wants some of that blue potion. Adrax is pointing out that Kaede wanted a hookshot to get to Paradox, but Yoho used the mirror and hammer. So we're into Skull Woods now, though.
Zipping right through Skullwoods, heading right for the back with that shiny new fire rod.
I think we might just be Dive-In Moth.
Looks like you're right.
I mean, I like this. Our runners have to buy time for their pilots to have time to think, and you have to kill Moth anyway, so...
This is very brave. 5 hearts, green mail, master sword. Our runners are very good, and we're going to be seeing a display of that skill.
Yep. Oh, and as Draxus in chat points out, it's important to not attribute decisions to the runners. The runners are at the mercy of their pilots. But
Yeah,
very...
that's something to remember. That is Moth down. Very well done by Kaede Rukawa, taking 1 hit there only.
Really, really clean fight. And that is a normal crystal. Ooh, half magic and big key of Mire in the back of Escape.
So we've seen a couple of pod keys on both runners' sides, but they haven't been the same keys. So what I'm thinking is, I do recall Yoho went a bit out of his way to get a small key, so perhaps we're going to have to do some actual exploring in pod.
It might be that we have to full clear pod, or at least close to it. Alright, Kaede going back to Magic Bat. Now we'll finally see what Magic Bat had. It is a key to pod.
Okay, pod is getting a little suspicious now.
Pod seems really suspicious.
I mean, you don't go back for a 3rd key after missing Magic Bat if you didn't need it.
Absolutely. I think pod's pretty important. I'm not sure how many keys you need to get to the back of pod, but...
I believe you just need 2 to get back there, but just not in logic with 2.
Ah.
But who cares about logic? We're making our own logic.
We are. Both runners picking up half magic. Very nice safety. Our pilots are merciful today. And Kaede taking those keys straight to pod, actually.
So there must be an important piece of progression in here.
What could it be? What could it be? Maybe Kane.
Well, Yoho heading on to the basement of Thieves Town.
I think it has to be Samaria in pod.
I did take a moment to look through the spoilers, so I do know what it is now, and I'm not going to spoil it till we find it. Well, then it won't be spoiling it, but yeah.
I'm taking peeks, but trying to reserve some of the surprise.
Oh,
Nice
tempered.
tempered,
That's
yeah.
very nice.
We're probably not going to see Butter in this run.
Yeah, it's not that much of a benefit over tempered. It's not something you'd go out of your way to get, but who knows? It could be on the way somewhere in the future.
Maybe. Our pilots are Vortex of Doom and Matcap. So, pretty experienced runners in and of themselves.
Also worth noting, Kaede Rukawa is in pod without the big key, so whatever's here... Oh, yeah, the mids, yes. I forgot I had looked at that.
Yep.
Yes, whatever is here was certainly worth double dipping pod for.
Oh wait, Big Key was
Or
here.
that works too.
Okay, that works.
So actually, I like this routing a lot, because you have the mitts now, and you can go anywhere you like.
Yeah.
In fact, Kaede has not been up to the mountain yet to get that shovel and whatever else was up there, and that will allow Dark Death Mountain to be sequenced in right after.
Yep. It's actually interesting. Mountain's not required except for Ganon's tower, which is interesting. And of course, the shovel.
And whatever was in Hera Big Chest. I think that was a
No.
pod small.
I think it was a pod small too, yeah. So Kaede might actually not need that at all.
Alright, Yoho's turn to face off with the Moth.
Very nice Dark Turtles room from Kaede.
Really nicely done with the fire rod there. And here comes Helma for Kaede Rukawa.
Helmasaur's mask hitbox being annoying as ever.
That's absolutely no trouble there, and we are rewarded with a piece of heart and a crystal.
We certainly won't turn down a crystal.
Alright, and Yoho is heading into pod as well. Makes sense. Get that tempered sword and mitts.
Going to mountain now for their shovel. I presume.
Looks to be the case. I wonder if there's anything important on Dark Death Mountain.
Oh, I suppose they do have that option where Yoho didn't. Alright. Gets the shovel and dips out. Nothing on Dark Death Mountain, as far as I can tell then.
So I guess that's a bit of an interesting decision to leave that off for so long. However, that shovel just gets us the flippers, and Yoho hasn't actually used the flippers for anything yet, so this is interesting.
Well, we do need them for Swamp eventually, so...
Actually, speaking of Swamp, we have everything we need to go do that right now.
And I think we're gonna go to Swamp right now.
Well, our runners are continuing to make their way through their respective dungeons, or into, in Coyote's case.
Yes. Yep. Sorry, I was just pouring over the spoiler log for a moment. After Swamp, where do you think our runners will go? Or at least Kaede.
Oh, that is a very good question. We have access to the Mire area, but of course we need the cane to beat Mire. We could go to Ice Palace, which again we'd prefer to have the cane for.
I don't think we have the big key for ice, do we?
You don't actually need the big key for Ice to
Oh,
beat
that's
it.
true. I forgot.
Okay, thankfully left side swamp appears to have nothing of value. Right, that's Helma's Sword down for Yoho, and another crystal, number 3.
Yep, looks like we're going straight back to Argus for Kaede.
So if there's anything of value here other than the crystal, it's going to be on Argus.
And Yoho heading out. Probably. Oh, actually going to 8. Ice Palace first? Looks like it.
So going to Ice without the Cane of Samaria means... Well, we could get pranked and it's just here in the first chest or something.
Ooh, very nice Argus fight from Kaede.
So precise. Well, not precise, but so satisfying. Okay, so it's not the first chest of ice. Argus didn't have anything useful, so that crystal was the only reason we came here. Of course, we did need it. But notably, we can go to the Mire area and mirror to Desert, and we do have the Desert Big, and Desert is our other 5/6 crystal. So this could be a Pyramid Fairy play.
Nope, it looks like a nice play.
I really wonder what's in here.
I've already taken a peek, so I know.
Oh, I see. Okay, chat, I think you're gonna like this.
Oh wow, did Kaede just fire rod that ice enemy out of existence? That was super fast. Wow, I love seeing these ice rooms done. Really clean execution.
Oh, there it is. So we were not going to see Icebreaker today, either way.
It is always Kane, chat. It is always Kane. But correct me if I'm wrong. That's pretty much everything we need for Go mode except for GT Pig.
Yeah, because we can go do Mire, Mirror, do Desert, and yeah, the GT Big is all we need.
Cold Stare giving Yoho a little trouble.
But he cleans up just fine. Oh, required shield. I like it.
Tiny shield required.
Fun fact, there was another shield here in Ice Palace, but we didn't get it for obvious reasons.
Well, we have laggy shield now.
Alright, so Yoho gonna go clean up Swamp before doing the other 2 crystal dungeons. After Ice, Kaito Rukawa is gonna have to go to Thieves Town and Mire and Desert. Oh, very nicely done there by Kaide in this Cold Stare fight. Gets the last slash much faster. Alright, Yoho is into Swamp, and Kaide is leaving Ice.
Wonder where they'll go first.
Okay, that first room of Swamp may have been muscle memory on Yoho's side,
Pretty
or
sure
could
it
have been a
was.
miscommunication.
Beautiful map, though. And there's Specky Clip.
You know, I've never actually seen Specky not work like that.
Yeah, I'm not sure
Okay,
what
so-
that was about. Apparently, it's super free if you back up into the explosion.
Of course, I can't do it like that, so. Now, we did see Kaide go into Mire Shed to pick up a bottle with a fairy, which seems very reasonable because we are still on 5 hearts here.
And Green Mill, I think. We may be seeing a green mail all the way through for this seed. Our pilots may have some mercy, but not much.
Depends on how much of a detour our runners think it's worth taking. Runners and or pilots.
Our runners being guided by 2 pilots, which have access to the spoiler log, which tells them where everything is. We're gonna get to see a cool Argus fight.
Nicely done. That is crystal number 5 for Yoho.
Oh, it doesn't look like Kaede's got the spooky. Yep.
You know, I wonder, do you get spooked out when it doesn't work like that because you're expecting it to work?
I don't know. Maybe if it was pure dark room and I have a lamp.
Right, looks like Yoho wants a fairy as well.
Blame them. Vortex being nice to Yoho.
Nice job there on the little eyes there.
Yeah, 1 heart. But a very clean biddy kill.
Yeah, 1 heart's all you need. The only heart that matters is your last one. And I guess your first one for sword beams.
I guess. So, who would you say is ahead right now? I can't super tell. It's really close.
It is very close. So they both have to do desert. Looks like, and I mean, of course, they're going to both do it right after Meyer here. So Kaide's ahead mostly Meyer, but behind a Thieves Town.
Well, Yoho's going to be able to route Desert Palace in pretty swiftly, so Kaede might be a little bit behind here.
Alright, so the one reasonably accessible armor upgrade was in the front of Desert, and it looks like we're not going to see it on Kaede Rikawa's side at least.
Yep, we're going to go straight to Landmo.
Well, chat is saying Yoho should be ahead, and I think I'm just underestimating how long Thieves Town takes. And yes, I agree with Adraxis in chat. Thieves Town feels way shorter than it probably is.
I think that's because you can see the boss room really early on, but you actually need to go get blind from the cell.
Yeah, all those sort of short trips, but you have to go there and back into the attic, and then there and back into the basement.
But a nice Landmo kill, and
Yoho doesn't quite get that last spin attack off on the little eyes and has to waste a few seconds. But otherwise, a very well done Vitreous fight, and some junk rupees and crystal number 6.
Desert Palace will be a very fast last dungeon for Yoho. Thieves Town probably going to be a bit longer on Kaede's side.
Notably, we have not seen the GT Big yet. Chances are it is just in GT itself at this point.
Yep. I suppose we can, instead of the B key number guessing game, we can do where is B key? If we don't find it before then.
Also, silver arrows have not shown up yet.
We might not be seeing silver arrows.
Well, everyone was right about Thieves Town and how long it takes because Yoho is done with Landmos and this is going to be crystal number 7.
Yep, and Yoho will be going straight off to GT now.
Alright, so I can confirm the GT Big Key is in GT, so we may as well play our traditional guessing game. Although I'm not sure how much of a guessing game it's going to be when chat has access to the spoiler if they wanted to.
Chat guessing 1.
Of course, somehow I didn't think through the fact that we're only going to be checking the one chest that has the big key in it.
There might be a safety, we don't know. Apparently seeing torch counts as one check, so some people in chat are adjusting.
That is a very good point.
Payday going into blind. Gonna be quite a bit behind.
Yeah, let's note when Yoho enters GT and we can see just how big the difference is right now.
Alright, Yoho enters GT at 43.23.
Alright, so it is not going to be number 1 because, as it was pointed out, the torch is our first check.
Sorry everyone who said 1. I'm not sure if there's any way for Kaede to make up the time except through just pure execution.
Yeah, the only thing that could probably swing this race right now would be a Ganon disaster.
Which can happen. I've seen Ganon falls.
Yeah, it's not something you really want to see, but this is the mode where it's most likely to happen given our equipment right now. So that's the third bottle with a green potion, the GT Big, and a free heart container.
Oh, picking up a couple safeties. So it was 3. So GT Big was 3. Congrats, Pomoxis Slayer in chat. I hope I'm saying that right.
Oh, I forgot to note when Kaede entered GT. Oh well, it's less than 2 minutes, but more than 1 minute of a difference.
Yep, a mountain climb behind it, basically.
So our tracker Ike here pointing out that our butter sword was in Hookshot Cave. It wouldn't have been a terribly long stop, but probably not worth it. The silver arrows were in Castle Tower, so we definitely were not going to be seeing those. And our 2 armor upgrades were in the front of Desert, and the other one was in TR, which we did not even step into.
We were not gonna see TR.
Well, Yoho was in a bit of danger there on 1 heart, but picks up a fairy and is no longer in danger. Alright, Kaede has no need of that free blue potion, or green potion, pardon me. If it was a blue potion, you'd probably pick it up, yeah?
Yeah, probably. Green mail, only 6 hearts. Ganon hurt.
So, as for bottles, both of our runners have a fairy, but neither of them have a potion because Yoho got a free blue potion, but then possibly accidentally used it on the mountain a long time ago.
I think that was definitely an accident. But he did get a green potion, so. Ooh, Kaede taking a fall. Fortunately, not too bad.
Alright, nothing of interest here on the climb. Other than Moldorm's tail.
Very nice kill, though. Not getting trolled today.
Kaede Rikawa just getting to Landmo's 2 and getting the 1 cycle there.
Very nice.
And we are into Aga 2 for Yoho. Nice heart duplication there by Kaede. Very useful at this juncture.
Ooh, very
Almost
nice
gets the
hit.
triple there, that was close.
It was very close. Only one on that one.
Oh, that was so close. So close with the double.
So mad.
Oh, just one more hit.
Yoho did not have a great time with Aga, but he got it done. And we're off to Ganon.
And here we go. Moldorm 2 down for Kaede. Yoho seems to have... Oh no!
Oh no.
Well, that's that fairy. That very useful fairy. I believe he got enough hits in to get the 1-in-1.
Ooh, takes another hit though.
Ouch. Well, he's through the hard part now. Alright, Kaede gets Ega 2 in 4 cycles, saving 1 cycle over Yoho, but it is unlikely to be enough. Speaking of Ganon Hugs, both invincibility items were in GT, we just didn't stop to get either of them.
Yoho gonna be extra careful with these last couple ones.
And that's Ganon down.
Very nice.
And Kaede Rikawa getting the 1-in-1 and avoiding a Ganon Hug.
Indeed. And that's GG in chat. Yoho finishes at 51-30. Our winner. And first place. We'll see if we can't get Yoho in here for an interview in a second. Ooh, unfortunate torch glitch miss on Kaede's side. And we are joined by our runner Yoho. Hi Yoho.
Hello.
GG's.
Thank you.
As well as Vortex of Doom, the pilot of the team. Hello, welcome. GG's to you both. What did you think of this seed?
It had boots early, so it was a good seed.
That's
Pretty
fair.
much my thoughts. Yoho was smart and caught that Hera was not a crystal. I think the key we got was fine because like we decided to go across the mountain that way, and I don't think like walking straight to Hera Big Chest and leaving is that much slower than Magic Bat. It's probably slower, but not a ton. So it was a nice perk of going that way.
Well, that is Ganon defeated for Kaede Rikawa, so, well, everyone's getting their GGs in chat already. Well done. This will, blah.
Were there any parts in the run where you were like, am I behind?
I honestly, like, I checked in several times, and I couldn't tell until we were in Swamp, I would say. Like, at that point, I was pretty sure we were ahead. But, like, it was a Ganon fight apart, roughly, so it was pretty close. So.
Yeah, it was a really close race. Yoho, did you have any moments where you were like, oh gosh?
I screwed up a bunch of the boss fights, especially with the cold stare fight, where I dropped my sword doing the single poke. It was a panic there, and then I just started spraying the fire rod everywhere, and it didn't go quite right. Because I realized I started letting it get to my head that I was basically Oko to a puff touch the entire time I was doing ice. So I fell in and I was thinking about it, and then yeah, I don't know, just didn't
Yeah,
go
I almost
quite
told you not to do the spike deboost. Keep your fifth heart, but
I didn't do the spike deboost, but
you did. You did. You just muscle memoried it.
oh, that spike. I was thinking the conveyor room spike deboost. Yeah.
There are two spike deboosts in the NMG route. I forgot.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I don't know. Most of the route felt pretty okay. A lot of marginal calls to make, but worked out.
yeah, it seemed like a pretty straightforward seed, not the meanest spoiler log seed in the world, huh?
Not by a long shot.
Nah.
I think probably the most inconvenient thing was Samaria being in ice, so you couldn't do Icebreaker.
That's only like really bad if you need anything from right side, because like if you're going straight through ice, it's only like 13-second difference or something.
Yeah, something like that. 12,
So
13 seconds.
It being in the literal most on the way chest made that not too bad, and we didn't need anything behind it either. So,
All right.
And on the flip side, it was really nice of the pod big key to just show up in pod.
yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering about that when Vortex was like, "Okay, well, you're going to pod next." I was like, "I don't have the big key, do I?" No. Turns out.
One moment. I completely missed the K45 sword entirely, and I suggested like, "Oh, yo, you could do swamp right here," and he's like, "I don't have any swords." Like he had fighter sword, and I was like, "Oh yeah, let's." I know like at least one's free, and then I looked and there was one in Cave 45 that we just walked away from, so that felt a little bad that I didn't catch that.
It was sort of amusing to see a hard turnaround, but you got it.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a good seed. It was a nice seed. Kind of seed I'd want to play for a match, so I'm happy about it.
Yeah, congratulations. You both did really well.
Thank you.
Yeah, the Ganon fights on both sides were impressive. Like 7 and 6 hearts respectively.
For sure. On Greenmill, that's not an easy task.
Well, I ran into Ganon when I was like, oh, the bats are so screwed up because I'm pretty bad at just rando bat stuff. like a lot of the time you don't get really bad bats because you're doing like TR right before you go to GT, even in rando, and the TR bat, like the TR arc variable, is very good for dodging them. But yeah, that bat spawn was like starting to spawn at the top left, and I was like, oh, just ran into cannon. I guess it kind of worked out.
Well, it's not too bad. You did have that safety, so.
Yeah, the fairy was nice because like we did get that 6 heart in swamp, but like a 5 heart Vidi fight is doable but pretty sketchy. And I saw Kaide do it, and it had a very good fight. But I was like, oh, like you could get a potion before, and then I remembered the fairy in Meyer Shed, and I was like, that's our insurance policy for Vidi.
Yeah, another fight where I dropped my sword, doing the spin on the right.
Hey, but
That one worked a little better there.
you managed to get through without a death, which really helped you with the Ganon fight.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, both of us used our fairy on our Ganon fights today.
Yeah.
All right, well, GG's to you both. I don't think I have anything else for you guys. Blue?
Yeah, that was a great race. Exciting to watch, and yeah, thank you for putting on the show for us.
Yeah, thanks to the comms and the tracker. Thanks you guys for doing the restream.
Absolutely. Everybody in chat, please give our runners a follow. And we'll see you next mission.
Yeah, thanks to Ikir for the tracking, and thank you to everyone tuning in for joining us.